Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So I have, alongside with a couple hundred of you guys, just suffered through one of the worst live streams that has ever done. Jesus almighty Christ, at this point the amount of empty bullshitting and yapping in these is going through the roof. So here is going to be a summary. First 25 minutes, Karate Mike talked about everything that we already know and that they covered in the previous stream, basically. That there's a Mysterium update that's already live, there's Alliance Coliseum, Pumped Up Incursions already went live in game, you can claim Thor Ragnarok, Spider-Ham in the sale, and you know, there's going to be a bit different way you spend units in the new sale, as well as Nexus Empowered Crystals and Nexus Greater Empowered Crystals. There's going to be a 7-star launch pool box that's going to get you a first appearance champion of some of the 7-star launch champions, which, yippee, you can have a Rainbow Venom now. And there's also going to be a login calendar that Kerbam now insists on calling a supply drop at this point. But basically, you're going to be able to get some Empowered Crystals or 6-star Spider-Verse champions. Yeah, Archangel's obviously coming. We already knew that. There's going to be a StatCast update where we're going to combine crystals from wave 1 and wave 2, and there's going to be just like a StatCast relic crystal, and they're going to tune a little bit StatCast relics to effectively make them slightly bit better. And then about half an hour in the stream, we actually got to discussing the towers, where first 10 minutes we discussed what we already knew. There's going to be a class towers, challenge towers. Each fight has a floor, set floors from blocks in a tower. Increase your tower rating as you climb the towers. That's very nice and well, great. And we're gonna get to the more relevant thing. Initially, upon launch, there will be class towers. Like every week or every 2 weeks, they're gonna launch 2 classes that we're gonna be able to access, and this is going to be a permanent content. The key aspect here in towers, that is personally something that I likely don't like too much, is because challenger rating matters a ton here. And what gives a champion a ton of challenger rating? That is ascension. So effectively, any champion that is not ascended will be significantly worse in these. Because yeah, ascension gives champions quite a lot of challenger rating. Don't remember from the top of my head. For most part, the class towers generally seem kind of like arena game mode with no units. Obviously, there will be, you know, different sets of rewards, but effectively there's no nodes. You just fight against a champion in the class towers, and your job is to beat these fights in like a minute, basically. So I'm gonna skip forward a bit. Block skips. Oh, one of these is a video that I wanted to make sure that I have. Did I record this? But it's basically a minute-long fights. Your timer pauses on special attacks like up to 3 times, and your job is again to kill the opponent within a minute and then climb and, you know, use different champions. You can't use the same champion twice in the same block. And class towers are permanent, will grow with your account. Theoretically, there's no limit, even though our rosters will effectively stop us from being able to progress. So effectively speaking, truth be told, towers is kind of like a big stick measuring contest, more so than a test of skill, at the very least with the class towers. And initially they might feel grindy according to the Kabam. However, we will be able to skip a ton of floors. Kind of you know, when the collectives launched, we were already at, like, you know, tada, whatever level we were at, and then we carried on progressing through the collectives and rank up champions and make sure we can get, you know, higher there. Towers will be similar. We're going to get to skip the initial like 60 or some floors. Well, it's entirely based on your account size. And we're going to get the rewards for that and the credit for that in the events. And then we're going to carry on climbing further. So the class towers effectively just seems kind of like a side thingy to do, to grind out. And it's not particularly exciting type of fights. Tower rating is built from your tower progress. Each class tower floor cleared gives you 1 rating. Challenge towers will give you more than 1 point. Saga tower will give 3, for example. Culmination, each of your tower creates a rating. Your tower rating is permanent, does not reset. Tower entries, now this is kind of important. Each tower floor requires 1 tower entry. 2 types of tower entries, class tower entries and challenge tower entries. Both stacks of entries cap out at 10. Both tower entries reset to max every 7 days. If you win a fight, you get your entry back. If you lose a fight, you have used up an entry, basically. You can buy these for units too, but oh god, please don't, because why would you? Then rewards. Rewards in towers come from multiple places. Permanent rewards. Each tower block has its own rewards. Think of one block like a quest path. Ranked rewards based on your overall tower rating. Essentia in weekly towers engagement events. So towers will also be a game mode that you can quote unquote grind out. Temporary rewards from solo objectives and special events. Then radiance can be earned based on your tower's rating. Since tower rating never resets, ranked rewards will be rewarding your ongoing efforts in towers as a mode. You can earn a ton of radiance there, but you will have to kind of like grind it hardcore. Think of this similar to Battleground solo event, where it didn't matter where you placed in GC, it mattered how much you grinded out the Battlegrounds game mode. Kind of the same thing here. So that by definition means if you want to place highly here, you will have to spend units on the tower entries too, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You know, you never expect anything different from Kabam, really. So this is arena-esque game mode where you have to use units to get rank rewards rather than earn units. But there we go. Weekly Essential engagement event. So this is probably more something akin to, you know, you just use your entries and you're going to be able to earn 5,500 Essential even if you don't progress through the tower very much, because you get points for, like, you know, launching special attacks and landing hits on opponent. Power of Towers Realm event. 3-week Realm event to launch alongside towers. Climb towers in class towers to earn points. Yes, the skips count. Claim more points from Twitch drops and offers. Complete all Realm event milestones to earn rewards. Full standard side quest reward budget is placed here. 1 Warlock Ascension token and stretch milestones. There's going to be a new game mechanic as well coming to the game that, quote unquote, they will use sparingly, but it is ultimately Kabam's because I said so code. So they will be called rules of the contest that overrule every other ability in the game, and it is based on a system that they use for bosses like Ares and whatnot. And effectively, it's just kind of like, you can call it a mega node, if you will, that kind of like overrules countering nodes. For instance, it can, you know, make damage scale based on your challenger rating, for example, or disable level 3s, or it can make it so, you know, you can't do any damage unless X, Y, or Z is on. So effectively, rules of the contest, again, is just a euphemism for mega nodes, so to speak. In class towers, the following rules are present. Damage taken is adjusted based on challenger rating, again, which means that ascended champions are hugely important for this, which kind of sucks. I actually hate everything about Ascension. I just fucking think it's ruining the game. Class advantage makes no impact. Defenders cannot activate their special 3. Right, mastery loadouts, we know this. If you don't have what to do with your units, you can buy more mastery loadouts now, because of course you have to spend a ton of units for that. Fucking amazing idea, Kabam. Beating the clock is key component of towers. In class towers, the timer lasts 1 minute. In other towers, timers aren't always the primary threat. And that's going to be more so to do with challenge towers. Challenge towers effectively is a reworked Saga and class showcase type thing in this case. So we're not going to get those in a quest format. This is going to be basically the same thing. The big upgrade here is that this is permanent now. So, you know, a Saga showcase will never go away. So I do kind of like the fact that it's permanent and you can pick it up whenever you feel like it. However, not many of you will be happy to know that a Goblin piece, Stellar Forged Goblin, is associated with the Saga Towers. So whether you want it or not, you kind of have to do it this time around to get that Goblin smile. So Saga Showcase Tower, the rewards wise, again, I'm going to be honest, they're lackluster. They're effectively the Alliance War Showcase rewards. There's some 6-star stuff in it, a bit of 7-star 6 stones, some shards, but rewards are effectively a copy paste from previous Alliance War showcases, so there's not a drastic improvement there. There's like 9,000 tier 5 alpha catalyst fragments, which again is not a lot. And you know, for a new game mode, a challenge version of a new game mode, this doesn't scream play me type of thing. You know, it really isn't that, but you know, it's something. Obviously, I'll do it. I'll stream it, but I think Kabam could have done something more special here. There is unlimited potential to what challenge towers can be, while class towers would focus on beating the clock. Challenge towers are much more open-ended. There are more challenge towers planned in July, less of a focus on challenge rating, more of an RPG interaction. Challenge towers provide a space to push your tower rating higher if your roster isn't fully developed. So there you go. And they are a permanent piece of content. Oh yeah, and Kabam's being very coy, teasing Act 10 at this point as well. So that's about it. That was hour and a half of a stream. I swear to God. Fuck my life, man. Anyways, see you soon, guys. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about